Yo, what is up guys, back here with another video, and this time it's for Boruto episode 184. Sorry my voice is a little horrible, kinda just woke up, mad tired, just finished the episode, and my rating for this episode, I would give it a 10 out of 10, but man, they fucked up the beginning, and I'm gonna get into that, so I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 4. I'll give it a nice 8 out of 4. So, the part that really pissed me off was before they left, before they went onto their mission, you got Boruto talking to the Inozuka girl researcher, and then you got Mitsuki behind them, and then you got Sarada and class rep, or Sumire, next to each other, kind of separated from the group. Now, in the manga, before they go off to go find Konohamaru and Mujino, Sarada and Sumire kind of have this moment together. And Sumire tells Sarada that she likes Boruto and that she's romantically interested in Boruto. And they just cut that shit out. Us Borosumi fans are fucking tight. We're livid right now. Why the fuck did they cut that shit out, bro? Like, that was like a good 2-3 seconds worth of a clip right there. So, like, what was the point of cutting that shit out? I don't get it. I'm mad upset that they cut that part out. I was so excited for that part. I was gonna make a TikTok and everything. But they decided to cut out the part where Sumire confesses that she likes Boruto. But whatever, I'm over it. Not really, but it's time to get into the real stuff. So the episode starts. You got Dr. Katasuke coming in with this big armored suit. Something that Boruto's just like, boy, that shit best not slow me down, boy. That shit looks like a big hunk of metal, you feel? But after saying his piece, they decide to go, and shit, they lucky they brought along that big suit, because that shit comes in handy, and I'll tell you why. They pull up to the crash site, and they discover all these puppets, and how they're all just laid around, no damages. Doesn't seem like they're part of, like, the crash, more it just seem like they're placed there, or like kind of was shut down there, which is an interesting point that they bring up when they first arrived to the crash site. I actually liked how they knew that, because in the manga they did not say that one bit, but I like how they added on to that. That was dope. Then you got freaking Dr. Katasuke in the airship. He's kind of fangirling over all the scientific ninja weapons and all the technology that's in the airship. Man's geeking out hardcore. Boruto's like, bro, we on a mission. We ain't got time for that shit, boy. We gotta find Mujino. We gotta find Konohamaru. Now let's get on it. But as that happens, all the puppets start to come up. Kind of, I guess, like how a puppet user kind of makes them stand up and fight like that. But no one's controlling them. Why? Because they're scientific ninja tools. And that's what they find out later on, after Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki hit them with their own jutsus. Boruto hits the puppets with some thunderclap arrow, Sarada with a firebomb, and Mitsuki with a wind breakthrough. But they all get up like that shit didn't even affect them whatsoever. They brushed that shit off. No cap. Now, they all duck and cover after all of those puppets start firing off fire bombs like it's nothing. They all get into cover, and then Dr. Katasuke puts his big hunk of metal suit to use, and you get this scene where he uses this absorbing thing that's on his arms, and it absorbs jutsus, just like Naruto's arm, which was really dope. Like, that scene was crazy. The animation was crisp. He was absorbing every firebomb that these damn puppets were throwing at him until they overheated and collapsed. After they collapsed, they all destroyed all the heads, except for one. I think Dr. Katasuke kind of took out the software that makes him able to move around, I think. Or he just took a piece of him. I'm not really sure. But it was for research purposes, which makes sense. Because, gotta advance in that technology, you feel? So, after they do that, the dog, I forgot what the name is. I don't know the dog's name. I don't remember. But he finds Konohamaru's kunai. And with that kunai, he's able to sense his Konohamaru's senses. Or smell, or whatever. And they lead the group to Konohamaru and Mujino. And they all pull up. Mujino still hurt. You already know. He got stabbed by one of the robot puppet things. They pull up. Konohamaru is like, hey, the backup arrived. We litty. But as he's explaining the situation to Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Dr. Katasuke, lo and behold, bro, Mr. Ao himself, bro, he pulls up. He's like, tell me more. I'm very intrigued. Man, when he pulled up, I already knew what was gonna happen. I'm a manga reader, so I knew what was gonna happen. Man busted out the death machine, my guy. Yo, he whooped out that death machine and lit all them niggas up. No cap, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. He really lit niggas up like it's nothing, bro. But after that, he gets caught off guard by the absorbing of Dr. Katasuke's suit, and gets caught off guard by Konohamaru's Rasengan straight to his death machine. And that death machine falls apart, because you already know that Rasengan lit as fuck. And I did find it cool how Mr. Ao, he did, after seeing the Rasengan, he's like, oh, the fourth Hokage's jutsu. Very impressive. That was very dope. He also seen Boruto use the Rasengan later on in this episode, which I thought was dope too. He was like, everybody gets a Rasengan these days. Like, where the fuck is mine, you feel? But after kind of, I guess, losing his death machine, my guy's like, alright, it's time to handle business. And this man had a fucking gun implanted in his right chest, bro, and shot this man Konohamaru in the face, bro. The ultimate disrespect. How Konohamaru gonna get shot in the face with a gun strapped onto his chest, bro? Like, that's crazy, bro. Honestly, Konohamaru's whack as fuck. Don't hate me, cause he is. He is whack as fuck. Deal with it. But after my man Konohamaru gets shot in the face, it's serious. Mr. Ao, he pulls up. He's like, oh, let me see this arm that absorbs all this jutsu. Dr. Katasuke fucking takes the arm. He's like, shit, this shit looks better on me. Puts it on. And he has this man, Dr. Katasuke, on the floor, on the ground. And he's like, yeah, y'all know too much. After Konohamaru says, Kara, Mr. Al's like, you know too much, so now I gotta put all y'all motherfuckers down. I don't give a fuck. You thought we was homies, Mujino. We thought you were your homies, Dr. Katasuke, but that's false. Y'all all gotta die. So after that, he says all that, my man Mujino, he grabs hold of fucking Mr. Al, and he's trying to reason with him, trying to use that talk no jutsu. But you already know Naruto's the talk no jutsu master, not Mujino. So you already know my man Mujino got stabbed in the chest with like a lightning blade, I guess you could say, and he starts to bleed, obviously, because he just got stabbed in the chest. Everybody shook. Everybody's like, Mujino, big bro. And then with his last act, Mujino uses Earth style rock breaker and collapses the cave on him and fucking Mr. Ao. Now that kind of reminded me when Obito and Kakashi saved Rin, and then that guy used rock breaker to like collapse the cave they were in. That's how Obito, quote unquote, died. That was kind of flashback memories as I saw that scene. That shit was crazy. But after that scene, Boruto's like sad, but also mad. Because, they kind of built this relationship that wasn't in the manga. In the manga, they just threw Mujino in, and that was it. There was no backstory. There was no previous appearances. They just threw Mujino in, and then he died. That's literally how he was in the manga. But in the anime, they kind of expanded on his character, gave him scenes, more appearances, a backstory, and now a death scene. R.I.P. Mujino. The episode kind of ends with Mr. Owl surviving the rock breakthrough. Obviously, my man ain't gonna go down that easy. He ain't no chump like Mujino. So he gets out and he's like, yeah, I seriously need to kill all y'all motherfuckers. As all of them kind of rush off and retreat. Because, they got the information. They need to bring it back to the Leaf at all costs. And you already know Mr. Owl, he knows. If they get back to the fucking village, there's nothing he can do. Naruto will mollywop this dude like it's nothing. So he knows he has to stop them before they reach the Leaf. And that's kind of where the episode ends. Like I said, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. This episode was lit. Still tight about the Sumire thing. Man, she confessed, and y'all just cut that shit out. Like, what the fuck? But whatever. I'll stay mad. Fucking bullshit. Alright, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.